Alright, here we go. I really gotta do something about my background. Anyway, in this week's episode, wind. Sorry, I do own a few really nice wireless mics, but I hate using them when I'm grinding and welding. That can't be good for fancy electronics. So, well, sorry. Let's see, in this week's episode, we are making a set of battery mounts for the electric KLR project. These are so I can mount the battery packs I already have from the electric bicycles. And then soon there will be some bigger batteries coming. Hopefully you'll see them in the next video. I'm actually trying to throw the electric KLR together now because I keep breaking bicycles bringing the packages home. I sure hope this works. It's a really long walk. I have no idea what that was supposed to say. In other news, I cut my hours at the motel job. I'm down to about 1 day a week now, instead of 7 days a week. That way, I had more time to do my own projects. So, if you'd like to help sponsor my channel, that would be great. You can click on the heart icon for super thanks. I don't know why they called it that. Think of it like a tip you can donate one time. Or, you can click on the join button to become a channel member. That's a monthly subscription. Mostly, I need gas for the generator, or a new electric motor for the electric motorcycle, or a hovercraft, or, a helicopter, or, well, more likely a truck or something. I'm really getting tired of these bicycles. Alright, thanks. Thank you very much. And now, on with the show already. Yeah. Alright, the plan for today. Today is, I think, the 22nd of December. It's about 11:15. I've spent almost an hour staring at this thing, trying to get my head around it. I think I'm ready to roll. Also, my battery's dead, so let me change batteries before I get out there. Dead! Okay, let's try that again. It shouldn't need a choke, right? A little bit of choke. That'll work. Now we know. And yeah, that chop saw does use a ridiculous amount of power. I've had it choke the inverter before, so yeah, it's kind of weird. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Okay. Electric motors down here. An original motor mount is here. I'm using the bottom motor mount that I made a shelf that picks up the front mount and the back mount on the bottom for the electric motor. So there's a metal plate and also some of this 1 inch by 2 inch by, I don't know, 1/8 inch, maybe 3/16, I don't remember. So this is the same as the bottom piece, and what I'm looking at, so what I've got is this piece, might even stay, probably not, is square to the bottom piece, so it's coming straight up. I'm going to want the batteries, I think, to follow this top tube. The other option is to make a level shelf that the batteries can just sit on, which also makes sense. I'm not going to put the original gas tank back on because there's no reason, except I did think of this one time. It would be almost practical if I could leave the gas tank on here, ride the electric KLR to the gas station, fill up the gas tank, and use the gas tank to transfer fuel to the generator, because it would be a mounted tank. It would just sit there really nicely. I don't want to drill any holes in the frame. I don't want to weld to the frame. I'm not 100% sure. I think this is just mild steel on the KLR. I don't think they did chromoly, but they may have. The KLR was made to be as low-tech as possible to keep the cost down. Honestly, I was all excited about this last night. I was going to do this, and then when I come out here in the morning, you look at it, and you're like, So this is, okay. This is the one we call the Cliff Bar battery because it's in a Cliff Bar box. Okay. So that'll go, I think what I want to do is have that hanging down below here. And then when we take an electric bike battery on top of it, it would be about like that. Simulate something like that. It might look okay if it was level to the ground then. Doesn't have to be. Also, I don't really have to worry about what this looks like. I just want it to work. From here to here. So I'd have a piece going this way and then pieces going this way off of it. Choke, run. Battery. All right. Okay, the next experiment for today, in theory, the little generator might be able to run the welder. Considering it struggled with the chop saw, I've got my doubts, but it might work. So, oh, that's gonna be a beauty shot. Okay, at the moment, I'm plugged into the standard, say 15 amp plug on the generator, and we're just gonna try it and see what it does. If that doesn't work, I've got a 30 amp cord we're going to try. And if that doesn't work, then we'll run the cord back to the 9,000 watt generator, which does work. But I thought, man, wouldn't it be nice if I didn't have to use the big generator, especially for little stuff. I'm not using the full capacity of the welder anyway. So, and we're on max. Kinda. Not quite. All right, now let's see what you got. Nope, not quite enough. Okay, now we know. Now I get to drag out the big giant. Keep calling it a hose. Cord. Stand by. The problem is the generator bogs and doesn't come up to speed fast enough. What we need is a generator with a giant flywheel. That would do it. That's better. I mean, in reality, we don't need 9,000 watts to weld. I think it's a matter of the flywheel, or however it handles quick loads. Okay. Yeah, I welded my rubber clamp to it. Beauty. That should do it. Colored the center of the hole in. I think the hole that was in there was 3/8. The set looks like. Alright, so that they will automatically line up in the center. I have to eyeball it anyway. Okay, there we go. At least made a good mark. Obviously, a real shop outside would be nice, but days like today, it's just gorgeous out here, so that will work. Nice ring to it, too. What size that bolt is going to be and stop before we get there. Stopped in the nick of time. Yeah. Let's make sure this fits the bike too. Yep. That is good. Alright, we'll just flip it over. And I've already spotted coming through the other side. So excited when I bought this little drill press vise. Never used it with the drill press. It's too big. It's not that, right? One more. One more. Okay. Bolt it together and then weld it with the bolt in it, then it'll be in the right spot. Also, I'm going to put a washer on one side to give me a little bit of wiggle room when I put it together. So I'm going to put the washer in between the two brackets, weld the second bracket, then it'll be in the right spot. And then when I take the washer out again, it'll have a little bit of room then if we tighten it down, or I could leave the washer in if I wanted to. If I was a really good fabricator, I probably wouldn't need all these little hacks, but work within your own limitations, I guess. Yeah, there we go. That's good we checked. I'm reusing holes that were in a bracket already, so there's no reason to think they would be exactly right. They're actually pretty close though. Actually, how funny. Put it together backwards, now they fit. If when I weld it, if it shrinks, I can just take the washer out. That's actually good thinking. It's very likely to happen, so just account for it. There we go. If I need to, I can ream that hole a little bit after. It'll be a snug fit. And actually, I don't need to clamp it. I'll just use the nut to clamp it. 2 o'clock. Loosen the nut up. Time we tighten it, that should be good. Okay, next we have to invent and figure out the top brackets. Not any more difficult than what I've done already. I like that. actually a little bit tight here. I might trim that. What happened is I had these bolts. I don't know why I bought them, right? But they aren't quite long enough. In fact, they're a little bit short for this, and they aren't long enough to go through the other side. So the second plate that I'm going to make, I haven't made it yet because the bolts I have aren't long enough, so I'm going to have to order some longer bolts. That's a little bit disappointing, but you know, I'm basically running out of daylight anyway here, so that feels really good. Oh yeah, that'll be solid. And then we'll put the second one on top, maybe stagger it forward a little bit. That should be fine. Or I could flip these down lower, would probably be better. And then we have a lot of room. This will be here. And then the big battery will go below it. It said 10 by 10 by 7. I think 7 was depth. So they'll come out about the same distance. Yeah, we've got 11.5 inches of clearance. So we'll be fine there. Yeah, that'll be good. These are going to be some serious knee knockers. I just was like, wait a minute. I never did check that. Let's see what that looks like. Because that'll suck. I literally hadn't thought of that until just now. Let's see what that's going to be like. Oh, that's totally better. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be pretty close. Well, if I sit back a little bit, it'll be fine, and I'll kick the battery before I kick the battery, or I'll kick the battery before I hit this. So I'm probably going to put some pads on that. But all I got to do is sit back a little bit, and I'll be fine. I'm used to sitting up more. But, or I can just sit with my knees out just a little bit because I don't have to pedal, so that helps. How funny that it never even occurred to me to check that. That's the important thing. I just kept thinking, well, the motor is narrower than that. And I was looking where my feet were, and my feet will be fine. That's what I was worried about. I wasn't thinking about my knees. God, what a retard. Anyway, it will work. And then when the battery is up against it, the ratchet strap will just hold them together. And if I run the strap around the battery and then down underneath here, it'll just pull them in. And I think as long as it's pulling towards the center, that'll be all we need. Yeah, that feels pretty solid. I wasn't sure how I'd like that. Should be good. Alright, wait, where's the sun? There it is. How much wind? That's not too bad. Alright, thanks for watching. Oh, there's my YouTube sign. There, click. I knew I'd never make 1 million subscribers at this rate, so when I hit 1,000 or 500, or I don't remember, that might have been 500, I made my own sign. Yeah, so be sure to subscribe. And if you liked the video, give me some comments, let me know what you liked and whatnot. And I've also quietly relaunched Super Thanks and YouTube members. So if you want to throw in some money and help me out here, that would be great. As much fun as the bicycle is, I'm getting tired of bicycles. Wait, as much fun as the motorcycle is going to be, I am tired of bicycles, and I'm looking to maybe get a car or a truck or helicopter, or one of those things. Yeah, so every dollar helps. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Yay, we're done ish. Till next time.